Sean's View Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, where it's always prolific, consistent, and dedicated. With a major backstage update as it concerns TNA Impact Wrestling's future, Spike TV not wanting anything to do with the wrestling business altogether. There's a feeling going around the TV industry that Spike TV will not be keeping TNA Impact Wrestling after this year and that their current negotiations aren't serious. This has reportedly been known by some people close to Spike TV as far back as May. Spike TV reportedly wants out of the pro wrestling business, meaning that they won't be buying their own company or looking to buy TNA, which has been rumored. TNA has apparently been considered a lame duck product. The WWE will also not be purchasing TNA and putting them on the WWE network. That was also rumored. The impression is given now that TNA has a new home to go to, but it's not a major network, and how could it be really? Spike TV is still willing to let TNA stay on a short while after the end of the year, possibly week to week, until a new network picks TNA up. There is still no date of cancellation for TNA on Spike, but the one point that keeps being brought up is how Spike TV is willing to work with TNA while they transition to another network. And while they want to, you know, take that partnership that they have and they just want to split it, it is funny that Spike TV keeps going back to them because they know that, you know what, there's programs on that channel that, well, on that network probably that don't get the ratings that TNA does. I mean, although I've been hearing that Cops was actually getting a little bit higher ratings than TNA, which I don't know about that one, but here's the bottom line, okay? I'm not here to bash or talk down TNA. The bottom line is this at the end of the day. First off, TNA should focus on the TNA talent, not focus on WWE X superstars or superstars that get released. They should focus on their homegrown talent and go back to the mentality and the fundamentals that made TNA work, like the X Division and the pure wrestling. You know, use a creative strategy. Don't copy the WWE storylines. Go back to what brought you to the dance and what made you successful in the beginning. You know, I don't know, it's almost as if it's too late. We always come on here and talk about how it's the death of TNA. How many times have we said, oh, TNA's all done? But yet, they always find a way to rise up. And, you know, even if TNA gets another network, it won't be another major network, but they can use that network to build to something bigger and better in the future. Hey, you got to give it to TNA. They're not giving up. They're doing everything in their power to stay afloat, to stay above water. But you just got to wonder how many more years, how many more months, how many more days can TNA stay above water when they're making all these mistakes and, you know, cut bad checks. The creative writing not that great, wrestlers going away. I mean, you lose AJ Styles, it's not a good thing. It just doesn't leave your company with a good impression. There's not a good feeling behind it. But like I said, TNA just needs to go back to a formula that worked, and they can do that, but it seems like things are not so set. I don't know. TNA just needs to, like I said, they need to recharge their batteries. They need to take a few steps back, evaluate the entire situation before moving forward. And this is just a whole learning process for TNA. Subscribe.